Hello everyone, my name is Brickinger, and my idea was to build the castle from the trailer of the long-awaited game Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 out of bricks. I now invite you to explore this castle, of which only 2 angles are known, together with me. And here it is. The castle was designed using Stud.io software. It must also be specified that 90% of the castle is speculated, as the 2 angles of the castle do not give much information about the layout. Nevertheless, much is derived from the first video game in the franchise and everything is detailed down to the last corner. So if you want to be hyped further or are simply enthusiastic about castles and terminal blocks, then definitely stay tuned until the end. Before we start, I would like to refer you to my Instagram where you can find more medieval creations and of which you can get 1 or 2 instructions over on Rebrickable. Both links are left in the description. But now let's start this tour. The layout of the castle. The question that many Kingdom Come Deliverance fans ask themselves is, where is this castle, and what is it called? There are numerous theories, but I have decided in favor of the now completely destroyed Nebakov Castle in the Bohemian Paradise. A map by Jan Herman helped me as an indication, and the area in the video looks very similar to the rest of Bohemian Paradise. The castle is located a little south of Trotsky Castle, and not far from the lake where Hans and Henry go swimming. The castle is actually very small, so it remains to be seen whether the garrison from Prague under the command of Margrave von Olitz will take the castle. The main focal point of the fortification is the striking white residential tower. It is 4 stories high, has a square base and is topped with hoardings on the battlements. It also has the typical trapezoidal Bohemian roof. This tower is surrounded by a wooden palisade which, placed on a rocky outcrop, provides even more defense options. You enter the castle through a wooden gate, which can be sealed off with a portcullis. Once in the castle, you will come across various buildings, a barracks, a stable and a smithy. I have also built numerous objects into the courtyard, which are very important for the KCD role-playing game. We have a well, a water bucket where Henry can wash himself, a fireplace for the hungry Henry, a smithy with a grindstone and also an archery practice range. NPCs go about their work in the courtyard. We have a miller who transports flour, a blacksmith, a maid who looks after the straw and also a boy who looks after the extreme needs of the castle inhabitants. Thanks to the German YouTuber Jeskich I know that you can even trade with the extremities, as you can use them as fertilizer. But his videos have also taught me other things, such as the interior design of castles etc. Be sure to check him out. We also meet a few well-known people on the battlements, Hans, Henry and Godwin and possibly even Jan Žižka, the legendary Hussite leader. Does that person look familiar to you? Let me know in the comments. But now we come to the interior of the tower. The residential tower. The residential tower is also the last place of retreat, so it must have thick walls. It also needs supplies and its own water source in the event of a prolonged siege. There is therefore a well, food and wood supplies in the basement of this tower, as well as a supply of black powder for the small arms such as boomsticks. Based on the KCD II trailer, a servant discovers that a fuse is burning and is heading straight for the powder store. The castle only has a few seconds left. But in the meantime, let's take a look at the first floor. The first floor is the floor where a wooden staircase leads up to the tower. Once in the tower, you will find yourself in a corridor from where you can enter a detailed kitchen and a small chapel. If you go halfway up the stairs, you can enter the latrines. However, the cubicle is occupied. It seems as if the boy had ordered extra spicy from the medieval Taco Bell. Once we reach the second floor, we enter the cozier rooms. With the help of Admiral Plakbar, I was able to furnish the parlors. You can see that the walls are all made of wood, which was common in 15th century Bohemia, known as a wooden box. This meant that the rooms could be kept warm by tiled stoves. The tiled stoves were heated by a servant in a neighboring chamber to avoid open fires and thus reduce the risk of fire. Here is a cross-section to illustrate the whole thing. Next to the chamber we have a heated dining room, where our heroes are currently forging their next plan. Next to it we have the Lord's bedchamber, where he can make himself very cozy in his 4-poster bed and the tiled stove. If we go up the stairs one last time, we come to the battlements and the servants' chamber. From here, soldiers can give their opponents hell with rifles and crossbows, but they can also rest in their cozy bedroom. There is also a fireplace here, as well as plenty of supplies and weapons. That's it for the tower. The forge. The forge is one of the buildings you can see in the trailer, but I don't know if it's a forge at all. I don't even know if this is supposed to be a chimney, but let's assume that it is. Then we have a fully equipped forge in front of us. There is an anvil, a furnace, a bellows, and lots of tools. On the upper floor there is only a storeroom for flour and other things. The wooden gate. The wooden gate is kept very simple at ground level. There are a few supplies and ladders to get to the next floor. There are beds on the first floor where the garrison can be accommodated. You can also effectively defend the gate from there for some time with the numerous weapons on the walls. There is also a mechanism that can be triggered if you need to close the portcullis. The barracks. Here we have the building for the servants and soldiers. As far as the architecture of the building is concerned, I am aware that the half-timbering is from a later period. But because you could also see this half-timbering in Kuttenberg in the trailer, I thought, since I'm going to take it over, it looks great. There is a large kitchen on the ground floor, as well as a large wine barrel. Next to the kitchen is a dining area where a lady is playing with a cute little cat. The bedrooms are on the upper floor. This room is also equipped with a fireplace and there are opportunities for socializing. That's it for the tour. I hope you enjoyed it and that you agree with my speculations. What do you think of this castle? Let me know in the comments. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how wrong I was with my speculations. Then I'll maybe build the entire castle again. I would be very happy if you would share this video to continue the hype for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Also check out my Insta and my Rebrickable, where I will gradually upload instructions for this castle if it didn't already happen. Thanks again for your support and for sticking it out until the end. See you next time.